Rightio, so this is going to be our Season 21 deck list for Swordsoul this season. So we're going to start it off. Of course, we are running Denlong Soul, so we're going to be seeing Denlong in our extra deck, as well as some Yang Zings in our main deck, and 9 Pillars as well. This season, we're dropping Beyond and Herald. I might throw them back in, honestly, but I see higher chances of me playing Rivalry instead. But yeah, I'm going to discuss that later. Effect Veiler is our newest addition. It is kind of searchable off of Chao Feng, and we plan to make Chao Feng a lot more this season. So hopefully we're going to be seeing quite a bit of this card. The objective is to replace getting 2 disruptions off of Denlong. We're going to get 2 disruptions off of Chao Feng instead. So instead of 2 Omni Negates, we have the 1 Omni Negate plus the Monster Negate. Other than that, this is a level 1 tuner, so, you know, that helps out when it does. Next up, we have Chiwen, another level 1 tuner, plus it's just the best extender for our Yang Zings in the main deck by far. Tinyi Spirit at Hara is our level 1 Tinyi Spirit, plus it is the only tuner Tinyi Spirit, unfortunately, but it is what it is. This is going to help us go into our Denlong, of course, and our level 8s whenever that happens, but its other best effect is that it helps us recycle our arms, which helps us rebuild our boards much faster. Next up, the bug. It is what it is. Not too much to say there. Zhao 2 is a level 2 turner, which pretty much sums up all of its uses, but it is a dark as well, so you're going to see that come up for Chaos Angel and Chao Feng occasionally. Hopefully, I'll get to do that a lot this season. It is pretty fun doing the Dark Lockout with Chao Feng, but we'll see. Ash at this point is pretty much just max C hate. Swanee, a level 4 Worm. So that is going to come up a lot for our combos when we have to force ourselves to extend off of Denlong. But other than that, not too much to say here. This is a card we're gonna see ourselves synchroing our opponent's turn with. We're not gonna use Swanee, but we're gonna use Swanee's effect. Other than that, not too much to say about it. Moving on to Mapura, it is our level 4 Tinyi of the deck. We have to have at least one. Yes, it is mandatory. And we're going with Mapura this season because it protects our tokens, which means it also protects our Nib token, which a lot more people are running this season. Next up, we have Mo Yi, kind of the best normal summon. So next up is Tyre, our best starter, meaning it just sets us up for our best combos. Ecclesia, it's a tuner, and plus it just really reads another copy of Tyre or Mo Yi. Plus it's kind of the best going second card, I want to say, as far as Swordsoul cards go. Next up, Long One, because your Synchro 10s, Mare. This is not really a good card, but it is involved with the best combo in the deck, so I'm kinda feel like I'm obliged to run it and not. It's a semi-decent normal summon when you can get it off, because you can kind of do some dumb combos with it, but it being a level 7 really dampens on that, because you have to have 2 tributes. Other than that, though, it is a tuner, but that's really only important for going to Denlong. Next up, this is our main deck removal. Ashina, this is the best extender in the main deck. Protoss, this is pretty much Dark Lockout. This is Dark Hate, Labyrinth Hate, whatever you want to call it. Vessel is probably our best going second spell. It gives you access to 2 Tinyis, and your Tinyis are really essential for playing around your opponent's boards. Emergence, Swarm Searcher, Summit, Searchable Monster Reborn. I don't care what anyone says, too good to pass on. Call by the Graves, more Maxi Hate. Heavenly Circle, absolutely great card, helps our Sword Souls play around Veiler and Imperm, and then when you're going second and it's in the graveyard, you can banish it and of course get access to more Tinyis. Evenly matched, our Board Breaker and Imperm. This is our last hand trap of the deck. Plus, it has the effect of helping us kind of target or negate spells and traps that are kind of just really annoying to deal with. Other than that, Blackout. What to say about this card? Yes, it helps us play around disruptions when we don't have circle, and it helps our Yang Zings kind of help you extend the battle, not battle, but the duel longer, because the Yang Zings will replace themselves and as well as kind of disrupt your opponent's board. Next up, you have our searchable Omni Negate. That about wraps up our main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Denlong, best extender in the deck. I want to say, yeah, Cheese Owl's a close second though. Yazi, this is removal plus extender. This is Boxia is Yazi, but better. Next up, we have Draco Berserker. What to say about this card? It helps you beat over boards that are really challenging to deal with, because Chungus does it, but let's be honest, Berserker does it better. Plus, it just being a level 8 makes it way easier to go into. Next up, Chizhao, like I said, great extender, plus it is a monster negate. Chao Feng is effect lockout, I want to say, but we really only use that every so often when it really matters. Chao Feng comes up probably the least out of the entire extra deck. Next up, we have Baron DeFleur, but like I said, we're trying to use it more this season, so hopefully that plays out. Next up, like I said, Baron. Not too much to say about Baron. Baron is Baron. Chungus. Double banish plus debuffing your opponent's monsters. Kijing, probably your best going first. 10 synchro. And Chaos Angel, the other new addition for the deck. It is going to hopefully protect our boards, as we're probably mostly going to go in this with a light monster, but we are going to be using dark monsters whenever we can. Monk of the Tinyi, this helps your Tinyi plays, and Shaman, this is probably your best recovery card, as well as just being another extender for your extra deck. That about wraps all that up. Going on to discussing over here, Rivalry Warlords is a card you're going to see me put in every so often, as it's just one of those cards that will help your that's not how I should word that. It's going to help force your opponent go into battle against your Yang Zings, as playing around this unexpectedly is very difficult. Other than that though, Beyond just had to come out of the deck. I'm sorry, it is just not nearly as useful as any of the other Yang Zings. At first I thought Jiao 2 honestly might be the most useless one, but we use this way more often than we use Beyond, let's be honest. We really only use this when we can set up our 9 pillars play for a synchro on your opponent's turn, but it just honestly doesn't come up enough. It is probably the best way to play around Max C in the deck. You go into Denlong, search 9 pillars, and dump Chuen, but it doesn't come up often enough. More often than not, when you have to play through Max C, you're not really gonna have that Denlong play. But other than that, there only being one way into Herald kinda hurts. So yeah, we just couldn't keep this going. But like I said, this is experimental. Might end up going back to it, might not. We'll see. Other than that, thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch you all in the stream.